Hello everyone, Bill Parish here from GTT Audio, and welcome to the channel today. Well, today I'm going to give you a glimpse of Munich High End 2023. We just finished it up last week. It was one of the most exciting shows. Got to see everyone. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let you watch the video. And then at the end, I'm going to do a little wrap up of some of my opinions. But we did have some microphone glitches, not bad, maybe 3-4 times max, with some little, very little dropouts. It's not going to affect the quantity or the quality of the video. Pay attention to the noise floor. We did try to lower it a little bit, but it is so noisy there, and it just shows you the excitement and what's happening. So let's cut to the videos. There's several of them. Take a look, and then I'll catch you at the end.
Okay, Joey. Hello folks, good morning from Munich High End 2023. Welcome to our booth. To my left side, it's Lawrence Dickey, Head of Design at Vivid Audio. Today we present our fabulous S12, our little miracle, and we will use the famous Mola system as well. We will talk you through that system a little later.
Yeah. I have to say, we're here with the S12, as Avant's just told you. I'm really proud of the performance we're getting from this tiny little speaker. People look at the G1S, which is this towering monster of a thing, and they expect a big sound, but when they look at the little S12, they think, surely not. And then this big sound comes out. It makes us all really happy.
So, please, can you show us what makes the S12 the wonderful thing it is?
Here I have one of the shells that we use to manufacture the thing. But what goes on inside, which is the most important thing, is that because we have these two subshell, this internal subshell, and as you see there are these partitions that are sort of radially disposed around inside of the speaker. And when we put the two things together, it forms a series of channels, and these have the exponential taper that has become really synonymous with Vivid Audio. The exponential tapered tube absorbs incredibly effectively any resonances that you would otherwise have got in the cabinet like this. And the net result, you get a really clean response from our little 100mm driver there.
So, as you might know, this speaker has been under development for a mere 10 years. If I may point out is when Lawrence designs a speaker, he wants to defy the common problems known in speakers. And an ordinary two-way speaker with a volume like this will have quite some distortion in major frequency areas. Employing the tapered tube nullifies that result, and it will give you, I think, in my opinion, the best soundstage and mid-range you'll ever hear on any loudspeaker.
Eval's absolutely right, and I must apologise. I always launch into the science and the technology of the thing, forgetting why we do this. So thank you.
Yes, 63 years. Well,
okay.
Thank you, Lawrence. I will take you guys to our Mola setup now.
Okay.
And hope to see you around soon. So, when we look to the S12, you'll see our turntable spinning a nice our new phono stage, which is an archival grade phono stage. We only use one of the inputs, but we actually have 4 on them, 3 single-ended and 1 balanced. As you follow Bill's channel, so you know that you can do everything, control everything with our famous Mola app. And again, we want to point out that although it's controlled in the analog domain, to the right of it, we've got Premiere, but for you Americans, we actually showed it at Expona. It's the new Perca power amplifier at 150 watts into 8 ohms, and it's I must say we've done, well, of course, blowing our own horn, we did an admirable job, and I hope to the right, famous Makua preamplifier, now only used as a line stage because we use the phono stage, and to the right hand side we have the Tambaki. We decided to do a small setup, but give you a living room experience, and can't wait to see you all in person again. Thank you for your time.
Well, continuing our journey here at High End 2023 in Munich. We're here with Joe Cabala.
Hello, everybody.
Dick and I, we've been making our ways. Joe's got himself a meeting booth here at Munich, which is really awesome. I mean, I get so many of my clients and everyone saying that they want to go to Munich, but Munich is really all about business. In fact, in reality, Dick and I walked around yesterday, not a whole heck of a lot about sound. But you know, I mean, it's right here, business to business. These are the passes. Probably the only place, well, certainly nothing in America is B2B. Everything's about, you know, the consumers and about listening and getting to hear the systems. But it's a 4-day show, or 3.5-day show, and in Munich, 2 days are dedicated to business. And for us, while it's not the greatest sound in the world here at the show, it's about seeing everyone, because when we're back home and doing a show in the U.S., such as Expona, I never get to leave the room.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Joe.
No. Of this being a business-to-business venue?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, but quite honestly, the rooms are not set up in a fashion that they truly help create good sound. So this, and that's why we rented this cabin, but this show is about meeting other people. It's about networking. It's about global contacts, not just regional contacts. This is an important show.
Yeah, this is an international show. You know, I mean, we've got Asia and America come here, all of Europe's here. And I know this is the first time that you've done the cabin.
That's correct.
And how's it working out for you?
It's great. You know, previous years we would meet in our distributor's room, and of course it's hard to do business there. Or you're sitting amongst other people. This gives us an opportunity to talk business.
Yeah, private one-on-ones.
Yep.
You got AudioNet a couple doors down, and you know, I know they're booked all day today. You know, we've got our meeting tomorrow, Dick, at 10 o'clock. But that's what this is. That's what this show is. You're scheduling meetings. You're meeting with the manufacturers. You're getting to meet other brands and other friends, and then you get into you know, the show's about introducing new products and being able to see that, not necessarily being able to access it.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yep. It's a common gathering place, which is, it's the biggest show right now that I think we're doing, and that common gathering place is just so advantageous for this business to business that you were just talking about. So it's just ideal.
You know, CES died a natural death, but it never, even though it was the previous Munich show, if you will, it never had that same business-to-business feel that this show does.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is, you know, and Munich and Bavaria is just such a great city, and it's a great place to meet. So I know I look forward to it. Now, Joe, you have a German distributor here, and that's where you show. Well, I think your cables are also down with Moa and Vivid, and probably some other places as well. So
or in Yo's room, but yeah. show years ago.
Yeah,
that's right.
And it has just blossomed and grown. Yeah.
Yeah, no, and you know, I don't know, Expona gets 5,000 people. What do you think, we get 15 or 20,000 people here? I mean, I
Yeah,
know
those are the numbers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because
it's
from all
a-
over the world, you know.
Yes,
It's
right,
not really
exactly.
a regional show in any way, shape, or form.
I know that the folks, you know, the folks are at Expona are wanting to do this
Yeah.
in Schaumburg eventually. And I was talking to Mark Freed, and he was talking about B2B cabins and growing it more on the B2B side. So that would be terrific.
And they put on a heck of a show.
Oh, the
So-
folks at Expona
Yeah.
and what Mark and Lou do, and along with the Casey and Liz. I mean, they're really they're doing it well. They're doing it really well.
They are. The only disappointment I have in Expona is the proximity to this show. It would,
Yeah,
Time-wise,
because
yeah.
it's literally a month.
yeah.
So folks that are in the U.S. showing at Expona, I mean, it's shipping from Expona to Munich.
Yeah.
You know, unless you've got a distributor here, and even so, you're probably supplying him with cables also. Yeah. Well, what else can we say?
Well, let me ask you a question. So you've spent a day pretty much seeing the show. I don't know if you've seen everything, but aside from the people, have you seen anything that interests you here?
As a new line or our current lineup?
Either way.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're gonna do a show report at the end, so I'm gonna
You'll save it for that?
I'm gonna do the wrap on that later, just because we haven't seen everything yet. So I'm gonna kick that one down a little bit, but. Yeah, we still have more to do, but there's, I can say this, what we've seen so far, I don't have the need to go back and listen more.
Okay.
There is a streamer that I've actually been turned on to, and that's showed some promise. But outside of that, no, there's, you know, as far as new products and things that I've seen, I don't think there's anything to add to our line card at this point.
So you're sort of making the point of your initial introduction in this video saying, you know, I haven't really seen anything that I'm going to sign up or try to, but I still would not have skipped coming here.
Oh, I would have never skipped coming here.
Because of the other
In
thing.
fact, as you know, Joe, because it was the same for you, you know, 2019 was the last time we were here. I mean, you know, and 2020 was canceled, 2021 was canceled, 2022, Russia-Ukraine just started, COVID was still happening. What was Munich going to be like? We both skipped it, and we felt we didn't miss a thing.
Well, we weren't the only ones who skipped it.
Right. That's
Yeah.
but it's back in full force today, and I was so excited to get over here. And then having Dick as my wingman this year is just absolutely terrific.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're just having a lot of
And
fun.
I wanted to announce that this is actually only the second show Dick has actually seen. Because all these years he's been
It actually walked through a show.
yeah.
And it's a little it's interesting. I love it.
Yeah.
You know, and no, it's a delight to be able to see other things and not be locked into one place for a change. So I've enjoyed that.
Well, anyway, I'm just going to say, if you haven't experienced Munich, you need to.
Yes, you know, Saturday and Sundays are the consumer days, and you know, get here and experience it. It's really second to none. For sure.
Excellent.
Joe, thank you so much for allowing us in here and shooting this with us. It's much appreciated.
Now some espresso.
Hi everybody, and welcome back to the Bill Parish GTT audio video broadcast. This is something that we do once in a while, Bill and I, and you also have met Aristomenius Georgiakis from TLA. in a previous video. But I have to tell you, we're very happy here in Munich with this team. It's working really well and having great response, and we're very we're very happy to be here basically, and we're happy you can join us today. So Aris, say a few words.
Hello, I'm Aristomenis, the CEO of True Life Audio. We are here at Munich in this lovely room with Kronos. We are presenting our SSP1 preamplifier with the external power supply, the monoblocks, the SSA 350, with the Lorenzo speakers, the Kronos turntable, the Kronos phono, and the SCPS. It's a fantastic sound. We are very happy to be here, to join the team. And I will present you also my two chief engineers, Manos from Greece.
Hello, I'm Manos Titomichelakis.
And Dimos Kouritis from Greece.
So this is the dream team from Greece, and with me I have Jordi. A lot of people here know Jordi. He's kind of a quiet guy, doesn't have that much usually to say, but his help is invaluable, and you know, and it's great to see Bill, and it's great to see Bill with Dick Diamond.
Yeah, fantastic team.
So it's all about being team players and teamwork, and it's very exciting. So I think TLA's got a great launch now in the US and all over the world. It's also been launching in Asia. And as for us, well, we have the Discovery upstairs in the global room, but we're running the tried and true Kronos Pro in this room with the Kronoscope RS tone arm, and it's just working beautifully. And we will have soon an upgrade to the phono stage, but that's in the months to come. But we've started talking about this, and this will be like very interesting news coming soon. Aris, last closing words.
We are very happy that Bill and Dick is representing us in the US, and we are very happy with the team and everything here that is going on.
So on these words, Bill will probably take over in another part of the video, but we want to say it's a great year in Munich. It's going to be a great year in audio, and I think we're in a very good time right now worldwide, and I think we're just happy to see everybody and to go into better and bigger things in 2023. Thank you, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Aristomenis from True Life Audio, the owner. Here we are presenting our TSI 300 integrated amplifier. It's a hybrid amplifier with tube input and solid state output. It's 300 watts. It has remote control, and we are presenting together with Gersman speakers, Pink Found streamer and MSB DAC amplifier, and he can explain you. Also, Bill has photos of the amplifier inside. So we have designed it together, and Manos can tell you more about technicalities and how the circuit is going on.
Hello, I am Manos Titomichelakis. We can take a look under the hood of the new TSI 300. As Menyo said, it is a hybrid design. It has a tube preamplifier in pure Class A, no feedback. And then it has a solid state power amplifier with a bipolar transistor. We use different power supply, independent power supply circuits for the tubes and for the solid state. Different transformers, different filtering, different regulations for each part of the power supply. It has 4 inputs. It has 3 unbalanced inputs and 1 XLR transformer input. It also comes with a remote control and we are very happy for this piece of gear. It took us a lot of time, and we believe that we have to present a very useful piece of gear to the industry. Also, this is our colleague, Dimosthenis Kouritis. We all work together in our projects.
We all design
We all
together.
design.
And
I design preamplifier and tube preamplifier in the larger system, and we changes our opinions about the circuits and how we can do them to work better for the sound and the performance.
back to Menios.
I will give the word to Ofra if she wants to say something for her speakers.
First of all, I wanted to say something about the amplifier. We've been, sharing rooms with many amplifiers and different systems for so many years, and I really like this amplifier. Not only it looks stunning, but the sound is just incredible. We just came in, we put down the equipment, just sat it down, and we listened to it, and before it even got warm enough, it was just wow. So really good
Thank you.
work, guys.
Thank you very much.
Really good work.
Thank you.
And not only because you're here.
Thank you. We believe the same for your speakers.
Yeah, and the same with the pink phone. It's just, we really are very happy with this system. What you see right here is our new Audition. It's the Studio XDB. It does look like a monitor. It does look like a bookshelf, but it's not. It's integrated into the stand. What we've done here is a proprietary design which has a bass stand, bass trap that's actually integrated into the stand. So it has a lot of innovation. We get it extended bass down to 23 hertz with this little guys here. And they really fill the room. Very musical, very organic, and I think we have a wonderful synergy here. So we are really celebrating our 30-year anniversary this year. So we have the Grand Avant-Garde there, which we're playing yesterday. We're playing the XDB today, and I think all in all, we have a beautiful synergy here. So come by to see us.
So thank you very much for the opportunity to be on your channel, and it would be great, guys, to be here and listen to the sound. You would be amazed. It's really nice, and thanks for all. See you again.
Hello everyone, Bill Parish here from GTT Audio, and welcome to the channel here live at Munich 2023. I'm with AudioNet's big guy, Stefan. Stefan, thank you for having us here. The presentation that you put on, the sound quality, simply amazing.
Yeah.
You know, we've got Dick Diamond behind the camera there. Dick and I were sitting back there. We were going to listen for 5 minutes, shoot the video. This is the first video I'm appearing in at the MOC here. When we shot other rooms, we let the exhibitors do it all. But you know what? I had to get up here and talk. I just had to. That was not the intention. But we were sitting in that chair and we didn't move for an hour. And Dick said, you know, what are they using to stream? What device are they streaming? And I said, it's a Redbook CD. It was a Redbook CD, and it sounds incredible. In the US, as you know, we don't sell a lot of CD players.
I know.
It's not the most popular thing. Streaming DACs and streamers. But I'm going to tell you that are watching, if you're still spinning the silver disc, you're not going to do better than a Plonk 2 with an ampere power supply. I mean, it's just simply stunning. And as Dick was saying, AudioNet just breathes life into the system, into the music, and not in a coloration way, because every song sounded different, but there was life. And what I've always said is AudioNet is visual. We sit up there and you can just, everything is just so visual. You can watch the musicians as they play. The MOC is not known for great sound.
That's right.
You know,
Definitely.
I mean,
that's
you
why
know,
you see what we did come as a treatment for the room.
yeah, and I'll be popping some static photos up here as we're talking, and yeah, you've got you know, well, right even behind us.
Yeah.
But you know, a lot of people, it's amazing what the presentations that the exhibitors put on in Munich. It's one of the exciting things, much more than what we do at a U.S. show. I mean, but you guys get a room for a week in advance, and you've got many days to set up. We get in the night before, and
yeah,
so it's a big difference on what we're able to do and what you're able to do. But still, even with that, it's, well, there's what, two or three rooms that played like music here, Dick. I mean, everything else was hi-fi.
Yes.
But AudioNet, you're playing music. You're making great sound. I mean, yeah, it's. So thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
Bill,
you.
I have to thank you that you come from the US visiting us here, and I really appreciate these frank words about the room.
Oh, absolutely.
About also the whole setup we did together with Peak.
That's right.
With
Peak
Peak loudspeakers, and this is the first time that we partner with them, and this loudspeaker from Peak is a world premiere, and that you said that we had 2 days for tuning, because the loudspeaker got ready 2 weeks before and had a run in of 2 weeks, and we had a run in of our equipment for 2 weeks, and then we came together here, having all this sun separately run in, and did a 2 days tuning for the room, and together with all these diffusers, even with a small diffuser wall in the back of the audience.
Right.
This is something we never did before, but we choose to do it because it was necessary to get this out of the room.
Yeah, they're Munich rooms are very large rooms.
85 square meters.
85 square meters. They're huge rooms compared to the U.S. exhibit rooms, and we show in these little hotel rooms, and we actually have a good one at Expona. But you know, this, yeah, you made something very special here. Let me just take. So we have the AudioNet. It's all AudioNet electronics, and it's the Planck 2, the Ampere. You've got the Heisenberg amps, which if you watch the channel, you know very well. And the center is a Stern, but you always see Stern in a horizontal fashion, and this is vertical. It's the same unit, same boards, it's strictly an aesthetic option. And then over on the bottom left, we've got the Bohr phono stage. Still in prototype form, but
It's the last level of prototype.
Last level prototype.
Or early series, so it means the last changes will be done throughout the next weeks, and we plan for it to have it ready then by fourth quarter this year.
Awesome,
Yeah,
awesome,
that's
awesome.
the point.
And then we've got the Bergman turntable, and again the Peak Consults, brand new model for them, and now their flagship. You know, let me just over here on a banner, something Greg Weaver wrote when he was with the Absolute Sound, and I quote, and you can't see it in the camera, but the most focused and lifelike intimacy I've ever noted. It's exactly what I was thinking when I was sitting in the chair. It just, you know, there's no secret what a fan I am of AudioNet. But
I like to amend. We wanted to start at 10 o'clock with this video.
That's right.
And you came in
At 10 o'clock.
And you break me down, so to say. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
I want to listen to that music. And then it came up really. It was 1 hour. That's what you said. It was 1 hour that you heard one song after another,
Yeah.
and
You're like, are you
want to
ready?
stop.
Are you ready? And I'm like, no, this is not going good.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this was really surprising.
So, you know, for those that don't come to Munich, you should come to Munich. This is the first day of the consumers are allowed in. The first 2 days are business to business. And so we need to wrap this up so people can come in and experience what we're talking
Yeah.
about. But if you don't come, you should come on Fridays and Saturdays to Munich next year. Stefan, thank you so
Bill,
much. Always
I'm
a
so happy.
pleasure.
Thank you very much for coming and helping us to exhibit this and to bring this also closer to the world.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank
We'll
you.
see Well, hopefully that was exciting for you as it was for me. You know, as we walk around and as Dick and I were walking around the show, as mentioned in the Joe Kabbalah interview, you know, there was not a lot of great sound. Now, it's very hard to make great sound at the shows, but there was a lot of what I would consider things sounded like a stereo. I mean, there was 2 rooms that I think really stood out that didn't sound hi-fi. I think the next episode I'm going to do a little thing on what I mean by hi-fi, how to listen, how we listen, well, you know, what sound means to us, and we'll get into that. But Dick and I walked at least a hallway and a half. Maybe it was an entire floor and another hallway. The place is huge. If you haven't been, you do need to get there on a Saturday, on a Sunday, and a Sunday on a public day and hear it. The very first song, or the very first room that we went into that sounded good was the Von Schweiker room. Leif and Damon were showing their Ultra 7s with Kevin Hayes' VAC Electronics, and it sounded extremely good, extremely good. Just it was very, very good. And it was a first day. So, you know, sound can sound good the first day. It does get better. Day 2, day 3, day 4. Unfortunately, we weren't able to make it back there on day 4. And our friend Greg Weavers, as we were comparing notes at the end of the show, sitting out on a terrace, we're just, I mean, it's hi-fi, it's audio the entire time we're there. So we're sitting there talking about the show, what we saw, what we're excited about, etc. And he said that VR7 room, or the Ultra 7 room, just sounded absolutely incredible on Sunday. And I believe him. The next room that we came to was Alsavox. Now listen, these are panel speakers, and I think that there's issues with them. But and the electronics that they were using, I can't say I'm a massive fan of. I think they're a little soft sounding, but it was a musical sound. So, you know, we should, you know, check them. They sounded good. With issues, but all these things we can take little issues with. But, you know, given the context, they played music. And they did not sound hi-fi. Again, in 2 weeks, I'll tell you what that means. The next room, which I was extremely excited to hear, was YG Acoustics with their Series 3. And Series 3 is a big upgrade. I mean, Series 2 was phenomenal. I mean, I think YG, I mean, back in the Anat days, it was really good. And, you know, from the Anats to the Sonyas to the Sonya 2s to the I, and, you know, we've been with YG since 2009, and every upgrade's been a step up. But I'll tell you that Series 3 is a major upgrade. And for those of you that have YG speakers, and you know, there's a path forward. There is a path. They're doing a 3-step a 3-step upgrade. One's a drop-in tweeter. So, you know, you take the tweeter and the top end gets quite a bit better. And then from there you can do the tweeter and a crossover upgrade. And this is not insignificant. The tweeter's not insignificant, but when you do the tweeter and the crossover, it's huge. I mean, you know, you get more power down low. It's a little tad darker sound with, and then it becomes richer, a little more musical. Maybe not everything in front of it has to be perfect, like everything in the past has had to do. So it's a little more accessible, I would call it. I think Series 3 is great. Then there, I said a 3-step. So we did tweeter and crossover, which is probably your best bang for your buck right there, because now you're at 3 series. The only thing left is they changed the wave guide ever so slightly, and so you can replace the front baffle as well. And so that would be the full upgrade. The full upgrade would be tweeter, crossover, and front baffle. I don't know what that brought to the table. I believe Matthew Webster, the designer, CEO, he told me that it helps with the dispersion in an immense way. In fact, they've put I thought it was machining lines. Well, they are machining lines. And what that does is it allows you to get your speakers further apart, adds body and weight. It's the real deal. Series 3 with YG acoustics is the real deal. A very, very worthy upgrade. I know YG speakers inside and out. I would say that the system sounded a little hi-fi sounded a little bit like a stereo, but I attribute that to the electronics that they were using in front of it. I mean, it was Burmester. I've never found Burmester to be that musical. It's always hyper detailed, but not in a realistic sort of way. So that's my thought on there. As you saw the 2 rooms from TLA, they were absolutely phenomenal. You also saw my video on AudioNet, so you know exactly what I thought of that. But TLA, both rooms, and AudioNet, to me, sounded like music. The TLA rooms, both of them, sounded really incredible. Even that little that Gershwin speaker, especially not the one that I had to pop up in the screen with the little white one. I think it's $19,000. The little pyramid shaping one that has a bass trap in the bass. I'm telling you, that room on that integrated really rocked. That was music. That was music there. That system played music. In the larger room, with the Kronos turntable, again, music. The speakers with that horn, not especially to I forget the name of it, Lorenzo. There's just when the horn with the different bass drivers, I just don't think they integrate perfectly, but still an incredibly musical room, and really special when they dropped the needle on the Kronos. It was just so. TLA, in fact, TLA was until Saturday by far the best sound I had heard at the show. But then, as you heard in the video that I jumped in with AudioNet, boy, those Peak Consult speakers, and no, they're not YGs, no, they're not Vivids, but they started to break in, and big dynamic speakers They were brand new 2 weeks before the show. They basically brought cold speakers. Those things probably need 400 hours, 500 hours to burn in. But things started to work, and that room left Dick and I absolutely mesmerized. And it was coming off of a Red Book CD. So, you know, that says, I've said it before, and I'm sure I have. The AudioNet Plonk paired with an Ampere is as good as a CD player you can buy today. There's nothing else out there that sounds this good as far as musicality, as far as resolution, as far as weight, dynamics, scale, sound staging. What AudioNet has done to that silver disc is beyond where anyone else has taken it. Then you get the Stern and the Heisenbergs in there, and it was incredibly special. It was great to see Stefan and the whole gang there. Really, Munich is all about seeing these fellows having meetings, giving forecasts, talking about business, where it's going, what happened the past year. It's that annual conference to where we sit down and go over everything. At least that's what the real brands do. You know, it's you know, we schedule the meetings. We're the ones that sit there and you know, want to talk. We want to be part of it. We don't want to run this as a hobby. It's a hobby for you. It's our hobby turned business. But you want business people behind this. And that way things ship on time, things are done right. You have real companies behind your products. You know, nothing's ever perfect. When something goes wrong, if and when, you got someone that stands behind it, has your back. So that's the type of companies that we represent. As we walked, as you heard in the video, did you hear that noise floor? Do you hear what, even TLA was down in a booth, AudioNet was in a room, but there was still a lot of noise. And we worked on it some. In the video, I was able to lower background noise a little bit. So imagine what it was like without lowering it. And we have to listen through that. So no one's ever going to, how should I say it? You're never going to hear a system at their very best at an audio show. That's not going to happen. But if you hear something that's really good at an audio show, you can bet your butt it's going to sound very good in your room. All right, this has been a long video. I'm going to get out of here, and we'll talk about hi-fi sound versus music in the next episode. Take care.